The senior minister at First Christian Church here in Fulton. Glad you've joined us. We're coming to you live one day early for our midweek devotion because tomorrow is Ash Wednesday and we're going to be otherwise occupied. And I wanted to get this in ahead of time anyway because it's about Lent. And this devotion sort of is a one from the archives. I wrote it a couple of years ago, but I think it still holds true. As we approach Lent, that season of preparation for Easter, I wonder if you're considering giving something up, a fast of sorts. I've heard of people giving up Facebook or coffee or sugar or sweets. I saw one lately. The fad has been to take something on during Lent, like a new spiritual practice or discipline in hopes that you feel ready or I guess more spiritual when Easter comes. I did that, taking something on when I was in seminary, when I tried to read through the entire Bible in 40 days, the 40 days of Lent. I tried to read the whole thing. And I started out pretty strong doing my daily reading, but I would miss a day and then have to make it up, and it snowballed because that's how it works. You miss one, and then you have to make it up, and then you'll make it up, and it snowballs. And I would spend over 2 hours a day reading the Bible on top of reading and writing what I was for school and the work I was doing as a youth minister. And it got to be too much. I eventually had to give it up. If you really want to know, it was the book of Ezekiel that did me in. All those crazy dreams were hard to keep up with, and I just had to sort of bow out. But I think that's part of what the point of a fast or a taking on is. It's to bring you to the end of yourself, thereby realizing your need of God. Traditionally, a Lenten fast would be forgoing food as a way of discipline and spiritual focus on our continual need of God's provision and mercy. But recently, it's sort of been utilized as a spiritual New Year's, where we baptize our impulse to self-actualize and cultivate a more holistic life. We sort of talk about the ways we want to be better people, but make it sound a little bit more palatable because we're doing it for Jesus. We give things up or take things on, not in the hopes that we realize our dependence on God a little bit better, but that it would make us be better people. Like we do with all good things, we turn it into something we control. We try and save ourselves through our sheer willpower. We're going to give up chocolate because we know that makes us a better person. So, if you take on a spiritual practice this Lenten season, whether it be fasting from something or bring on a new type of prayer or trying to read the whole Bible, which I wouldn't recommend in 40 days unless you have some serious time in your hand. My hope is that you fail. I hope you realize you can't do it all. I hope you realize that no matter how hard you try, it won't be enough. And then I hope you realize that is okay. That your saving grace isn't your willpower, but the love of God on the cross, Jesus' death and resurrection. One way or another, we're going to make it to that cross. My hope is you just realize that it is good news for you. That Jesus has come to do nothing other than save those who are dead, including people who fail at reading the Bible and during Lent. Thanks for joining me for this week's devotion. I hope you liked what you heard. Please like and share it with someone who you think needs to hear this word as we approach Lent. Since we're a little early, we have a special worship service tomorrow for Ash Wednesday. We're going to gather for worship at 6:30 p.m., both in person and online. You can join us on Facebook or YouTube or here in Fulton. But if not, our benediction is the same as always. God be with you.